So today I'm going to be giving you my full review on Polo Double Black by Ralph Lauren. This one was featured not too long ago in my coffee fragrances list, and I figured, at least for me, it's good enough to warrant a full review, and that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to tell you how it smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, and ultimately if I think it's worth picking up. And also, before we start, have you tried Polo Double Black? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know your thoughts down below. And hey, just for the heck of it, let me know your favorite fragrance from the brand. I really don't have too many, and I would like to change that. So let me know down below what are some that I should pick up, and maybe someday I'll do a buying guide, but I've got a long way to go. And so, yeah, that'll be a while. That'll be a dent, but hey, I'll make it happen at some point. What should I pick up? Let me know. So when you first spray this one on, it opens up a little bit fruity. So there's this mango top note, and that's unique in and of itself, mango. Not something you see every day. And the other reason why I say that's a bit unique is because when you look at the note breakdown, it may seem a little bit out of place or just different. We've got mango and pepper up top. We have roasted coffee beans and nutmeg in the mid. We have woody notes, cardamom, and juniper berries in the base. So nothing that's going to be too bright or fresh here in terms of the note breakdown as a whole. So when it opens up with that mango, it's a little bit of a head scratcher, but in a good way. It adds a nice bit of flavor to it. You also get some of that pepper, and that comes through pretty strong. Pepper and also the nutmeg, which is in the mid, comes through in the opening as well, so it opens up spicy. And not too long after that, the coffee starts to come through. These nice roasted coffee beans. It's relatively authentic. It's not going to touch, some higher end coffee based fragrances out there, but it does a really good job. Coffee is mixing with the cardamom and the other woods flawlessly. If you like coffee, if you like cardamom, if you like warm, spicy, inviting fragrances with a little bit of a fruity top note, you're going to love this stuff. There's something about this one that just smells really nice. And it's got like a higher end designer smell to it. It smells like something that you would expect from a prestigious brand like Polo. Yeah, their clothing is expensive. Yeah, their fragrances aren't really all that cheap either, but much more affordable than their clothing. And whether or not those prices are justified is, I don't know. But this is what I would expect something from the brand to smell like. This is what I would expect one of the Polo models who are modeling their clothing and all of that stuff. I would expect them to be smelling something like this. Because it doesn't have like a generic cologne-y, Abercrombie & Fitch fierce type of smell. It's not like fresh and boring or aquatic or anything like that. There's a bit of chic behind this one. There's something about it that, has a bit of a more luxurious touch. The dry down is all about that coffee, the cardamom, the nutmeg, some of the other woods, some of the juniper berries as well. The mango by that point has dissipated and you're left with this nice, rich, photorealistic coffee cardamom mixture with some woods underneath. It's divine. Maybe I'm just partial because I love coffee and I love coffee fragrances, but to me, this smells great. Now, one of the main issues with this one is the performance. It's not the best, and given the price, that sucks. Longevity on my skin is about 6 hours, so, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's just right there. Any less than 6, and I would say, okay, yeah, the performance is bad. It sucks. Any more than 6, I would be like, yeah, the performance is good, but it's really hitting the sweet spot where it's like, it's just kind of okay. Like, yeah, whatever. I almost don't even want to talk about it. It's not bad enough to talk about. It's not good enough to talk about either. Just 6 hours. Okay, who cares? That's just kind of how it is. Projection isn't all that great either. If you spray heavy, you can get it to push, but it won't push for that long. And if you're wearing this in the cooler weather, like I would intend it to be worn for, that cooler weather is also going to hinder its distance. With that being said, it does kind of fill up the space around you, your personal bubble, and so it has a nice little field around you, and it also leaves a relatively nice trail in the air, something that'll stick around for a little bit. But all things considered, performance on this one is just kind of about average, and some may say below average when you factor in the price, and I can understand that. I've said this before, I don't always want something that's super strong. There's times where I may want to enjoy a scent, but, only for a while, and then I might want to wear something else. And I really like this. So this one here would be one that I would want to last longer because, I'd want to wear this for the whole day. I wouldn't want to switch to another thing because I like how it smells. However, I don't get that luxury. Most of us don't get that luxury of having super good performance out of this one. So maybe I would apply this one in the morning I have my cup of coffee while wearing this. I get stuff done in the morning, whatever. And by the afternoon, it's pretty much worn off or on its way out. Then I can switch to something else, wear something else throughout the day. Perhaps another coffee fragrance, something sweeter, whatever. And so really that's how you have to look at it with fragrances with performance like this one. If you really like the scent and you want to wear it, that's just kind of what you're going to have to do. I do think it is a bit silly though to really enjoy a scent, but when it doesn't perform good for you, to just completely write it off, because you're missing out on something great that you enjoy. And if you have that idea, that mindset with everything, you're going to be missing out on a lot of awesome stuff. So make sure you try to fit it in somehow if you can, if you want to, and just enjoy it for, a few hours throughout the day. In terms of when you can wear this one, it's definitely going to be a fall and winter scent. It's a warm scent for the cooler weather. I think this would be really nice on a date night, on an evening out, dinner date, that sort of thing. You could wear it to maybe a bit of a dressed up event, although I think there might be some better options, but it could be done. There's nothing about this that's super playful or anything like that. But to that note, it can be worn casually as well. It really could work for about anything in the cooler weather. The only thing it's not going to be good for is situations where you may be in a party or something and you want something loud. This isn't going to get it done. But in situations where it's a bit more of a refined, close setting and maybe it would be inappropriate to wear something that's super strong and loud, this would be an option. We touched on this earlier a little bit, but the quality is great. It does have the typical quality that you would expect from a brand like Ralph Lauren Polo, and it just has a nice, smooth, kind of rich, creamy texture about it, which doesn't come across cheap by any means. It's going to be a good compliment getter. It's got that warm, spicy, inviting, alluring kind of energy about it that will draw people in, and it is going to be different than a lot of other things out there. A lot of other guys are going to be wearing freshies, that sort of thing. They're not going to be really wearing stuff like this as much, at least here in the United States. So this is going to have that head-turning effect that you would be looking for in a good compliment getter. The only catch is making sure they smell you. It's going to be more effective if people are getting closer to you to where they can actually smell you. And again, one way you can combat that a little bit is to just spray heavier on, and within the first few hours you will get more projection. So we're down to the end of the video here. Final thoughts on Polo Double Black. I love how it smells. Great coffee scent. And my only issues are the performance could be better, but mainly it's the price. If this was about half the price of what it goes for on discounters, then the performance wouldn't be an issue for me. But I do think when you're paying this money, it's a little bit kind of ridiculous. However, that's just my opinion. I still think it's a good pickup, believe it or not. Even though it is a bit more expensive, even though the performance isn't that bad, for me, the scent itself and the quality, just the energy about this one makes it worth it. But everything else beyond that, I think could have been improved, or the price just could be lower. It's also only an eau de toilette. If they could have made an eau de parfum, or they could release an eau de parfum flanker and just beef it up and give us a few extra hours of performance here, I think that would be great. But it is what it is. All in all, really nice scent for fall and winter time. If you don't have it, maybe consider checking it out if you want a nice coffee scent with a bit of a unique twist. I will link this one down below to discounters if you want to grab it for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.